Morning again, Ruth.
A very good morning to you, Masaha.
Morning.
This hour we're focusing on downtime that is caused by cyber threats and the cost that has to a business. It runs in the hundreds of millions.
You know, there's a cost to everything.
There is a cost to everything. So that's what we're focusing on this hour.
Okay,
let's bring our viewers that conversation. 100%. That's the stark reality for businesses hit by downtime in 2025. Every reporting company has felt the impact, with enterprises now losing an average of 86 hours a year to IT outages. In South Africa, the price tag is steep, with cyber breaches costing up to 350 million rand in direct losses over 3 years. But there is a silver lining. Firms investing in disaster recovery are cutting losses, reducing fraud and strengthening trust with customers and stakeholders. Mandi Matthews, who's the solutions architect for Azure at Braintree, joins us this morning for more. A very good morning to you, Mandi. What is the true financial impact of downtime, given that 100% of companies report revenue loss and South African enterprises face breach costs as high as 350 million rand?
Good morning, Orfeo. Thank you for having me this morning. It is a staggering number when it comes to revenue loss as far as cybersecurity or any disaster is concerned. We're looking at in South Africa alone, we're looking at like 44 million in 2024, and then around 53 million in 2024 and 44 million in 2025, which has gone down a little bit, which shows that there is a bit of an uptake as far as businesses are concerned, moving towards the correct direction as far as disaster recovery is concerned.
What are the differences, and why is a backup insufficient for restoring actual business operations and customer-facing services?
That's actually a good question. There's quite a significant difference between backup and disaster recovery. Backup forms part of disaster recovery. It's a small portion of it. Most businesses think that if they've got backup, they've got disaster recovery, and that's not the case, unfortunately. So we're on a drive to actually teach our customers or businesses at large that backups can only take you so far. I'll give you a typical example. A backup is a point-in-time snapshot of your workloads. So if you were to run a backup at 6 p.m. tonight, and anything happens 2 weeks later, you can only restore to that backup if that's the only one you've got. On the other hand, when it comes to disaster recovery, it's more resilient. We've got, near no downtime as far as that is concerned. Minutes, if not sometimes hours, it is achievable in that fashion, but you have to plan and implement and test your DR on a regular basis.
Is it possible to achieve near instant operational restoration?
Most certainly is. That's what we call, you can leverage what we call active-active, redundancy, automation, that gives you a minutes RTO, which is restore time objective, and a near zero RPO, which is a restore point objective. Let's just touch base on RTO and RPO. RTO is basically the time you can get back into business. So if you have a disaster, you've set it up and you've planned it properly, you click a button. When it comes to automation, your systems are back up. On the other side, let's say you've got 2 zones, as an example. You'll have your systems running in a matter of minutes. And then the RPO, which is the restore point objective, is what is the business tolerance as far as data loss is concerned? Do you run your application on 15-minute intervals? Do you run it on 5-hour intervals? And that equates to how much data you are willing to lose as a business. But most businesses nowadays, they do not want to lose any data at any given point or time.
Mandi, that is unfortunately all the time we have for this morning. Thank you so much for making the time to join us. Mandi Matthews, Solutions Architect for Azure at Braintree, joining us this morning. With that, let's take a look at your market indicators, and we begin with your commodities, where you'll